Why did some famous cigarette brands disappear? In this video, we'll explore the stories behind 24 iconic brands that faded into history. Curious why you don't see Old Gold or Lucky Strike anymore? Stay tuned. Parliament, a revolutionary design. Ever wonder which cigarette brand tried to revolutionize the smoking experience? Parliament, introduced by Philip Morris in 1931, did just that. With its innovative recessed filter, Parliament offered a smoother, less harsh experience, reducing direct contact between the smoker's lips and the tobacco. This design was groundbreaking in the 1950s, perfectly catering to the growing demand for filtered cigarettes as health concerns started to rise. Parliament's sleek packaging and sophisticated marketing positioned it as a premium brand for discerning smokers. However, as the tobacco industry evolved, Parliament faced stiff competition from newer, more aggressive brands offering bold flavors and stronger marketing. Despite its initial success and innovative design, Parliament's market share gradually declined. Though still available in select markets, it now exists as a shadow of its former glory. Speaking of innovation, another brand pushed filtration even further. Did it secure a lasting place in the industry? Benson and Hedges, the decline of a luxury brand. Benson and Hedges, launched in 1873 in London, was once the epitome of luxury in the cigarette industry. Known for its smooth flavor and high-quality tobacco, it became a symbol of sophistication, attracting discerning smokers worldwide, including a strong U.S. presence. However, as health concerns and a shift towards value-oriented products grew in the late 20th century, Benson and Hedges struggled to retain its premium appeal. Facing stiff competition from more affordable brands that resonated with a broader audience, the brand's attempts to modernize fell short. The once glamorous Benson and Hedges gradually faded from the spotlight, overshadowed by competitors who better adapted to the changing market. Is there still a place for luxury in today's rapidly evolving tobacco industry? Old Gold. Tradition meets innovation. Ever wonder how some brands stay ahead while others fade into history? Old Gold, launched in 1926 by the Laurel Lord Tobacco Company, was once a trailblazer in cigarette innovation. It was among the first to introduce filter-tipped cigarettes, using crepe paper and cellulose wadding to create a fuller, smoother taste. The brand's marketing emphasized quality and tradition, appealing to smokers who valued reliability. However, despite these early innovations, Old Gold struggled to keep pace as consumer preferences evolved. By the 1970s, its market presence had significantly declined. Meanwhile, another brand captured the spotlight with a bolder approach. Its toasted tobacco process resonated with a changing market. Could Old Gold have secured its place in history by embracing similar innovation? Or was its adherence to tradition its ultimate downfall? Lucky Strike, the toasted legacy. Lucky Strike wasn't just selling cigarettes, it was selling a lifestyle, with its famous toasted flavor at the heart of its appeal. Originally a chewing tobacco brand in 1871, Lucky Strike transitioned to cigarettes in 1916. The American Tobacco Company's innovative decision to toast the tobacco rather than sun-dry, it created a richer, smoother taste that set Lucky Strike apart from its competitors. Throughout the early to mid-20th century, it became a cultural icon, embodying rugged individualism and the American spirit. However, by the late 20th century, Lucky Strike struggled against rising competition, regulatory pressures, and increasing public awareness of smoking's health risks. Despite its iconic status, the brand's dominance declined as the tobacco industry evolved. Could Lucky Strike have maintained its legacy by adapting to these changes, or was its fate sealed by the very identity that made it famous? Tareyton, the fight for loyalty. If you've got a good thing, why change? This was the rallying cry of Tareyton smokers in the 1960s. Introduced in 1954, Tareyton quickly gained fame for its iconic slogan, "Us Tareyton smokers would rather fight than switch." This wasn't just a catchy tagline. It symbolized brand loyalty and created a strong community of devoted smokers who identified with Tareyton's message of defiance and commitment. The brand was particularly known for its distinctive dual filter made of fibers and activated charcoal, which was marketed as providing a superior, cleaner smoking experience. However, even with its loyal following and innovative design, Tareyton couldn't withstand the growing health concerns and stricter advertising regulations of the 1970s. As public awareness of smoking's dangers increased, Tareyton's market share dwindled. Despite its strong identity, the brand's fight for survival ultimately faded. Could Tareyton have adapted to survive, or was its decline inevitable? L&M, light and mild for the modern smoker. In an industry dominated by bold flavors, L&M offered something refreshingly different, light and smooth. Launched in 1953 by Liggett and Myers, L&M quickly became known for its signature blend of Virginia and Burley tobaccos, providing a smooth, mild flavor that appealed to smokers seeking a less harsh experience. The brand's affordability and high quality made it a popular choice among modern smokers. L&M also stood out for its innovative approach, introducing a filter in the 1970s to meet the growing demand for safer cigarettes. This adaptation, along with various blends and strategic marketing, helped L&M stay relevant in a changing market. However, despite its early success and continuous innovation, L&M eventually became overshadowed by more aggressive brands with bolder flavors and expansive advertising campaigns. As the tobacco industry faced tighter regulations, L&M struggled to compete, leading to a gradual decline. Could L&M have maintained its position by evolving further, or was its decline inevitable in a shifting market? Kool, the pioneering menthol brand. Kool, introduced in 1933 by Brown and Williamson, was a pioneer in the menthol cigarette market, offering a distinctive minty flavor. Kool provided a cooling and refreshing alternative to traditional cigarettes, quickly becoming a favorite among smokers who appreciated its unique taste. By the mid-20th century, Kool had established itself as a dominant brand, particularly popular among African American smokers who connected with its strong cultural presence. Kool's success was driven by innovative marketing strategies that highlighted its menthol freshness, with slogans like "Come up to Kool" and "America's Near One Menthol." However, as the tobacco industry evolved, Kool faced increasing competition and rising health concerns over menthol cigarettes, which were scrutinized for potentially masking the harshness of smoking. These challenges, coupled with intensified competition, led to a gradual decline in Kool's market presence. But what happens when a brand tries to revolutionize cigarette safety with a cutting-edge filter? Let's dive into the story of Kent. Kent, a filtered revolution. In the race for a safer cigarette, Kent took a bold step with its micronite filter, promising more than just flavor. Introduced in 1952 by the Lorillard Tobacco Company, Kent was named after the company's president, Herbert A. Kent. Its claim to fame was the micronite filter, which was advertised as a breakthrough in reducing tar and nicotine intake. This filter technology set Kent apart from its competitors and quickly made it a popular choice among health-conscious smokers. Despite initial success, questions arose about the effectiveness of the filter, leading to a decline in popularity. Yet, Kent's early innovation still resonates as a significant moment in cigarette history. As we've seen, even groundbreaking innovations can't always guarantee longevity. But what happens when a brand combines innovation with a premium price? Let's explore the story of Pall Mall. Pall Mall, the king-size pioneer. Ever wondered which cigarette brand set the standard for king size? Pall Mall, launched in 1899 by Butler & Butler, was one of the earliest brands to offer a premium smoking experience. Known for its distinctive red packaging and smooth flavor, Pall Mall made history in 1939 by introducing the first king-size cigarette, a move that redefined the industry standard. The brand positioned itself as a luxury product, catering to smokers who desired a richer, more satisfying experience. Despite its initial success and innovation, Pall Mall eventually faced the challenges of intense market competition and shifting consumer preferences. As the tobacco industry evolved, the brand struggled to maintain its once dominant position. While Pall Mall's innovation in size set it apart, what about a brand that revolutionized the way smoke was filtered? Let's explore the story of Viceroy and its groundbreaking cork-tip filter. Viceroy, the cork-tip pioneer. Viceroy didn't just introduce a new cigarette, it revolutionized the way smoke was filtered, setting a new standard in a crowded market. Launched in 1936 by Brown and Williamson, Viceroy gained attention with its innovative cork-tip filter, designed not just for style but to provide a smoother, cleaner smoking experience. As smokers began seeking products that offered more than just flavor, Viceroy's design stood out. In 1952, the brand further pushed the envelope by introducing the cellulose acetate filter, a breakthrough that quickly became an industry standard for reducing tar and nicotine intake. This innovation aligned perfectly with the growing health consciousness of the time, making Viceroy a preferred choice for smokers seeking a safer experience. However, despite its early success and continuous innovation, Viceroy struggled to maintain its market position as competition intensified and consumer attitudes shifted. Could Viceroy have retained its lead with more aggressive marketing, or was it destined to fade as the industry evolved? Vantage, the low-tar innovation. Ever wondered how innovation could redefine a smoking experience? Vantage, launched in the 1970s by R.J. Reynolds, was introduced as a response to the growing demand for safer smoking options. Marketed as a low-tar, low-nicotine cigarette, Vantage aimed to attract health-conscious smokers who were increasingly worried about the risks of traditional cigarettes. Its unique filter with a hole was a significant innovation designed to reduce tar intake while maintaining the smoking experience. This departure from standard filters was heavily promoted as a healthier alternative. Initially, Vantage found success with smokers seeking a less harmful option, with its distinctive filter becoming a key talking point. However, as awareness of smoking risks deepened and anti-smoking campaigns gained momentum, the market for light cigarettes like Vantage began to shrink. But what about a brand that boldly claimed it tastes good like a cigarette should? Let's explore the story of Winston next. Winston, the brand that tastes good like a cigarette should. Winston's slogan wasn't just memorable, it became a cultural phenomenon that defined the brand. Introduced in 1954 by R.J. Reynolds, Winston quickly rose to market leadership thanks to its catchy slogan, "Winston tastes good like a cigarette should." This phrase struck a chord with American smokers who valued quality and consistency. Coupled with Winston's innovative filter that offered a smoother experience, the brand stood out in a competitive market. By 1966, Winston had become the best-selling cigarette in the United States, solidifying its dominance. The brand's rugged, all-American advertising further bolstered its broad appeal. However, the 1970s brought rising health concerns and increasing advertising restrictions, challenging Winston's market position. Despite these hurdles, Winston remains an iconic brand, symbolizing mid-20th century American culture. But could Winston have maintained its dominance in the face of growing health concerns, or was its decline inevitable as the industry evolved? Salem, the first filter-tipped menthol cigarette. Ever wondered what it's like to take a puff and feel springtime? That was the promise of Salem cigarettes, a brand that revolutionized smoking with its cool, refreshing menthol flavor. Introduced in 1956 by R.J. Reynolds, Salem was the first filter-tipped menthol cigarette, a groundbreaking innovation at a time when filtered cigarettes were becoming increasingly popular. The brand's slogan, "Take a puff, it's springtime," perfectly captured the essence of its lighter, cooler smoke, appealing especially to younger smokers looking for a refreshing alternative to harsher options. Salem's success was swift, quickly establishing itself as a staple in the menthol market and building a loyal customer base. However, as health concerns and competition from other menthol brands intensified, Salem's dominance began to decline. Despite these challenges, Salem continues to be available in select markets, a testament to its lasting appeal. But what about a brand that aimed to deliver a truly premium experience? Let's dive into the story of Barclay. Barclay, the ultra-low-tar alternative. Barclay wasn't just another cigarette, it represented a promise of a healthier alternative for health-conscious smokers. Introduced in 1966 by Brown and Williamson, Barclay was marketed as an ultra-low-tar cigarette, targeting those concerned about the health risks associated with smoking. The brand's filter was designed to significantly reduce tar and nicotine intake, making it an attractive option for smokers seeking a safer choice. However, later studies suggested that the filter might have been less effective than initially claimed, raising doubts about its health benefits. Despite its early popularity, Barclay struggled under increasing scrutiny and shifting perceptions of low-tar cigarettes. As public awareness of the risks associated with smoking grew, Barclay's appeal declined, leading to its discontinuation in 2006. While Barclay promised a healthier smoke, Could it have survived by addressing the evolving concerns of smokers? Or was its fate sealed by the very claims that once made it popular? True, low-nicotine pioneer. Ever wondered which brand led the way in offering a safer cigarette? True, introduced in 1966 by Lorillard, was a pioneer in the low-tar, low-nicotine market. Designed for health-conscious smokers, True quickly gained popularity among those seeking a less harmful alternative to traditional cigarettes. The brand stood out for its clean, straightforward design and its commitment to transparency, clearly stating its tar and nicotine levels. However, as the idea that light cigarettes were healthier began to be debunked, True's appeal started to diminish. With growing public awareness of the dangers of smoking, True's popularity declined, eventually leading to its discontinuation. While True aimed to offer transparency and safety, what happens when a brand focuses on delivering a taste experience that engages all the senses? Let's dive into the story of Chesterfield. Chesterfield, the iconic American blend. Chesterfield wasn't just a cigarette, it was a symbol of American culture, blending tradition with a bold flavor that resonated with smokers nationwide. Introduced in 1896 by the Drummond Tobacco Company, Chesterfield quickly became beloved for its robust blend of Virginia and Turkish tobaccos. This rich, full-bodied flavor set Chesterfield apart from competitors, earning it a loyal following. The brand also broke new ground in advertising, famously targeting women with the slogan, "Blow some my way," which reflected its playful and approachable image. Chesterfield's commitment to quality and distinctive taste made it a favorite among smokers for decades, especially popular among soldiers during World War II. However, as the tobacco industry evolved, Chesterfield faced challenges, including changes in ownership and the growing anti-smoking movement, which led to a decline in its market share. Could Chesterfield have maintained its iconic status by adapting to these changes, or was its decline inevitable? More, the long, slim cigarette that stood out? Ever wondered how a cigarette brand could stand out with just a change in design? More, introduced in 1975 by R.J. Reynolds, was a bold departure from the traditional cigarette, offering a long, slim option that appealed to both men and women. In a market where most cigarettes followed a standard size and shape, Moore's distinctive design set it apart as a sophisticated and elegant choice. Its slim profile exuded refinement, while its strong, full-bodied flavor attracted a niche market of smokers who valued its unique characteristics. Marketed for its modernity and appeal to fashionable, confident consumers, Moore found particular popularity among women, though men also appreciated its stylish design. However, as smoking preferences shifted toward more traditional or lighter cigarettes, Moore struggled to maintain its market position. Despite its early success, the brand eventually faded from prominence as health-conscious choices gained favor. But what about a brand that made its mark with a cork-tip filter? Let's explore the story of Herbert Tareyton. Herbert Tareyton, the cork-tip classic. Herbert Tareyton, launched in 1927 by the American Tobacco Company, did just that with its distinctive cork-tip filter. This feature was more than just a stylish addition. It was designed to offer a smoother, more refined smoking experience, appealing to smokers who valued comfort and sophistication. The cork tip quickly became a symbol of quality, integral to the brand's identity. Herbert Tareyton's advertising campaigns, especially the iconic slogan, "I'd rather fight than switch," emphasized loyalty and tradition, building a strong following among those who appreciated its unique design and rich flavor. However, as the tobacco industry evolved, Herbert Tareyton struggled to maintain its market position. New brands, shifting consumer preferences, and rising health concerns led to its gradual decline. Could Herbert Tareyton have survived by adapting to these changes, or was its fate sealed by its reliance on tradition? Belair, the refreshing menthol cigarette. Ever wondered which cigarette brand delivered a burst of freshness with every puff? Belair, introduced in 1968 by Brown and Williamson, was known for its crisp, refreshing menthol flavor. Marketed as a smoother, cooler alternative to other menthol brands, Belair appealed to smokers seeking a lighter, more invigorating experience. Its sleek packaging and focus on freshness made it particularly popular among younger adults and those looking for a modern smoke. The brand's advertisements highlighted its cool, minty sensation, distinguishing it from the harsher menthol options of the time. Despite its initial success, Belair struggled to compete in the crowded menthol market, dominated by more established brands. As consumer preferences shifted, and new menthol products emerged, Belair found it increasingly difficult to maintain its market share. Eventually, the brand was phased out, remembered as a once popular choice for those who valued a refreshing smoke. But while Belair cooled things down, another brand heated up with a rich, robust flavor. Let's explore Marlboro Menthol. Marlboro Menthol, the menthol twist on an American classic. Marlboro wasn't just about cowboys and rugged terrain, it also introduced the cool, refreshing taste of menthol to its iconic brand, broadening its appeal. Launched in 2000 by Philip Morris, Marlboro Menthol combined the brand's robust, full-bodied experience with a cooler finish, quickly becoming a favorite among smokers who wanted the strength of Marlboro with a refreshing twist. The brand's marketing capitalized on Marlboro's strong identity while highlighting the invigorating qualities of menthol, drawing in both loyal fans and new consumers. However, Marlboro Menthol faced significant challenges as health campaigns intensified and regulations targeting menthol cigarettes increased. The brand's popularity took a hit, especially after the European Union banned menthol cigarettes in 2020, reducing its market share. Could Marlboro Menthol have maintained its popularity by adapting more aggressively to these changes? Or was its decline inevitable in a shifting regulatory landscape? Raleigh, the coupon king. Ever wondered how a cigarette brand could offer more than just a smoke? Raleigh, introduced in 1925 by Brown and Williamson, became famous for its unique approach to value, offering coupons with each pack that could be redeemed for a wide range of merchandise. These coupons provided tangible rewards, making Raleigh a smart choice for smokers who wanted more bang for their buck. This clever promotional strategy helped Raleigh stand out in a competitive market, building a loyal customer base as smokers collected coupons to redeem for desirable items. However, despite its initial success, Raleigh struggled to maintain its popularity as consumer preferences shifted. The rise of health consciousness, changing regulations, and the emergence of new brands gradually led to Raleigh's decline, and the brand eventually faded away. While Raleigh's coupons were an innovative way to attract smokers, what about a brand that combined luxury with affordability? Let's explore the story of Avalon. Avalon, the economy brand with a premium appeal. Avalon, introduced in 1921 by Brown and Williamson, did just that. Marketed as an economy brand that didn't compromise on quality, Avalon offered a smooth, satisfying smoke at an affordable price, quickly gaining a loyal following among smokers who valued reliability and value. After a brief discontinuation, the brand was relaunched in 1963, aiming to reclaim its place in the market by appealing to smokers seeking a dependable, no-frills cigarette. Despite its strong initial market presence, Avalon struggled to compete with the growing number of premium brands that offered not just quality, but also more aggressive marketing and a wider range of flavors. As consumer preferences shifted toward premium options, Avalon found it increasingly difficult to maintain its market share, eventually leading to its discontinuation. Could Avalon have survived by evolving its offerings, or was its fate sealed by its position as an economy brand? Silva Thins, the slim, sophisticated choice. Silva Thins wasn't just a cigarette, it was a statement of elegance, catering to those who valued sophistication in every puff. With its sleek design and premium packaging, Silva Thins stood out as an emblem of refinement in a market filled with more traditional options. Launched in 1967 by Philip Morris, Silva Thins were designed to appeal to sophisticated smokers who sought both style and substance. The cigarettes featured a slim, elegant profile that conveyed a sense of class, while their rich flavor ensured that smokers didn't have to compromise on taste. Marketed as a refined choice for those who wanted a lighter touch, Silva Thins quickly gained a dedicated following. However, as smoking habits and consumer preferences evolved, with a shift toward health-conscious choices, Silva Thins gradually faded from the market, unable to sustain its once loyal customer base. Silva Thins may have epitomized elegance, but our final brand brought a sense of pride to the smoker's experience. Let's discuss the legacy of Pride cigarettes. Pride, the bold Indian brand. What happens when a cigarette brand tries to make a bold statement in a fiercely competitive market? Pride wasn't just another cigarette brand, it was a bold statement, bringing a unique flavor to the Indian market. Introduced in 2009 by the Pride Tobacco Company in India, Pride cigarettes were designed to capture a specific segment of the market with their distinct appeal. The brand aimed to stand out in a crowded field by offering something different, appealing to smokers who were looking for a new experience. However, despite its ambitious start and unique positioning, Pride struggled to gain a foothold in the competitive Indian tobacco market, where established brands dominated. The company eventually ceased operations, unable to overcome the significant challenges faced by new entrants in the industry. Today, Pride cigarettes are no longer available, but the brand's brief presence serves as a reminder of how difficult it can be for new brands to succeed in the tobacco industry. Chesterfield King. Ever wondered how a classic brand could extend its appeal? Chesterfield King was the longer version of the iconic Chesterfield cigarette, introduced to offer smokers a more extended smoking experience. Popular in the mid-20th century, Chesterfield King maintained the rich, full-bodied flavor that made the original Chesterfield a favorite, while providing a longer-lasting cigarette for those who wanted to savor their smoke. This extended version was seen as a premium option within the Chesterfield line, catering to smokers who preferred a more leisurely experience. Chesterfield King quickly gained popularity, particularly among those who appreciated the brand's robust blend of Virginia and Turkish tobaccos. However, as the tobacco industry evolved and new preferences emerged, Chesterfield King, like its shorter counterpart, faced challenges in maintaining its market position. Could Chesterfield King have adapted to changing consumer tastes, or was its decline inevitable as smoking habits shifted? Craven A. Craven A, British brand introduced in 1921, did just that with its famous slogan, "Will not affect your throat." This tagline was a significant draw for smokers concerned about the harshness of cigarettes, as it promised a smoother, less irritating experience. Craven A quickly became popular, particularly in the UK and other Commonwealth countries, for its perceived gentleness on the throat, which distinguished it from other brands at the time. The brand's marketing heavily emphasized this unique selling point, helping Craven A build a loyal customer base. However, as the dangers of smoking became more widely recognized and regulations tightened, the claim that Craven A was less harmful came under scrutiny. Could Craven A have maintained its popularity by evolving its marketing strategy, or was its decline inevitable as public awareness of smoking's health risks grew? Thanks for joining us on this journey. Subscribe for more insights into iconic cigarette brands and how they shape the world of tobacco.